Hurricane Matthew just in, the latest from the National Hurricane Center.
Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel has the 11 p.m. update. Any changes to Matthew's track, Steve?
Yes, several. Well, the track not so much, maybe a slight adjustment, but definitely the strength of this as it moves through the Caribbean. A couple of things going on here. There's still some southwesterly shear cutting into it. You can see the feathering in the high clouds, cirrus clouds off toward the northeast. So it is encountering some wind shear. It is really tapping into some very warm Caribbean water and looks very impressive on the satellite. The hurricane hunters have been flying through it during the evening and found that the winds are now stronger and the pressure has dropped. So we're now up to 80-mile-an-hour winds. It's also slowed down its forward speed just a little and is still expected to make a turn on the weekend toward the northwest and eventually the north. Just to the east of Cuba later Sunday, or Jamaica, I should say, then cutting across eastern Cuba on Monday. That's the 8 p.m. position as a Category 2. Not losing much strength and still a Category 2 as it moves into the Bahamas. That is Tuesday at 8 o'clock. The error cone is right on our doorstep, and we are going to be very close to this at 5 a.m. And on this track, it is over a couple hundred miles away from South Florida, but the storm is very large. So we could still feel the outer bands of this starting on Tuesday and Wednesday with some gusty winds and some heavy rain bands working in. There are the computer model tracks tonight, and some of them adjusted a little bit to the west. Not much, but a little bit. These are the global models. These are some of the models that the Hurricane Center uses to do the forecast for the track. Now, as I said, the hurricane hunters have been flying through it. The plane is now leaving. It found strong, just in the last 15 minutes actually, just found a deeper central pressure and also stronger winds at the surface. Now, the track depends on a couple of things. High pressure, the Bermuda High, and this trough that is moving across the southeast. If it's strong, it could push it a little farther to the west. So we're going to have to watch that closely the next 2 to 3 days. But at this point, it looks like it should stay off the coastline.